the power of success partners is what I want to talk about today. Do you have a success partner in your network marketing business? Because if you don't, you should. And I want to share with you why and give you some tips on what to look for at the end of this video. So stick around for those and let me know if these are tips that you need to pick up and apply. And tell me if I'm missing some. Maybe you have some great advice on that. But I've got 7 tips at least for you to consider when looking for a success partner. So I'll share with you that at the end. I just want to chit chat about it first for a while. But before we do that, I want to introduce myself in case this is your first time seeing me. My name is Lindsey Ollie with Sweet Girl Got Grit. And my mission is to help other women to make health a priority in their life and also to work with other entrepreneurs, mom bosses, and network marketers to help them find financial freedom in their businesses by taking their business to the next level, by applying strategies and all of that good stuff. So I love that I can be here and do these trainings and these live videos for someone, for anyone, for everyone, for you to hear. There's tons that I am putting up on my blog daily as fast as I can at lindseyollie.com. So go over there and check that out and just get some more information about network marketing, building attraction marketing, curiosity marketing, and all that good stuff. But today we're going to talk about the power of a success partner and why you need to have one and what to look forward to, but well, yeah, kind of that too, but what to look for when you're looking for a success partner. While I'm going through this and starting this off, go ahead and post, your city and state down below. And if you're on the replay or a first time, hashtag those below for me so I can come back later for those of you on the replay and say hi to you. Just want to see where you're watching in from. All right, so it's really important to find a success partner while you do anything with your health and your fitness, with any kind of business. You know, mentor is always good, but I've gone through and not had success partners at times, and then I've had several different ones, and some of them fallen off that I've been kind of sad about, and others have come on and just didn't work out. And so it's important though to have one, to find one, because it helps you stay on track. It helps hold you accountable, obviously, to the tasks that you need to do in building a business and building one online and in network marketing. It helps you stay motivated in your business and helps to pick you up, build you up whenever you're feeling low or maybe you want to quit. It helps you to get they can just kick you in the rear a little bit whenever you're just not performing, producing, or even really wanting to or wondering if this is really for you or not. So they can help with that a lot. They can also be a sounding board where you can bounce off ideas. Sometimes we're so close to the situation, meaning us, we don't know which way we should go with it. And unfortunately, we just can't see it as well sometimes. And if we take on the advice and counsel of other people who are not as close to us, our situation, and our personal business, they can kind of help us, guide us in who we are, what we need to do, what we need to provide, what services we need to create or give, or just what we're good at and where we need to work at. They can see that, whereas sometimes we can't. So it's a great thing to have accountability and a partner that can help open and shed light in some areas for you. Also, it can help you continue to think strategically. You know, again, you're bouncing ideas off of each other. It's not just in your head, you're saying it out loud. And whereas sometimes you can bounce ideas off of that spouse or that parent who is there with you, they're not in the same spot as you. They're not trying to, most likely, unless they are, which is great, but if they're not trying to build in network marketing also, they're not experiencing the same pains and growing pains and the same hurts and successes as you are, and might not totally get it. So they're like, oh yeah, okay, that's a good idea, I guess. I mean, I don't know anything about that. I have no idea what you just said with all that terminology, which is fine, but you need someone who does understand all that, who gets the industry and can help provide you good feedback, positive feedback. So let me know below if you have a success partner. Just post yes, yes, yes below if you have one, or if you're searching for one, or if it's not worked out for you, so you don't have one right now. If you do have one, post a two, a one. If you don't have one, but you're searching because you know and see the value of it, post a two. And if you don't have one and maybe you don't want one, post a three. But here's what to look for if you are looking for a success partner, which I highly recommend that you do. We shouldn't be doing this alone because it's hard enough, but doing it alone, golly, I would have already quit by now if I didn't have at some point certain people to go to and talk to. So, okay, so here are the 7 tips. Number 1 is someone that communicates like you do. Someone who is like you, who has the same goals, values, maybe on the same platform. Might be kind of hard if someone's on Twitter and you're focusing on Facebook to kind of mesh together your ideas. But I mean, I suppose it could work, because then I also believe that, opposites attract, and so I'm not really that's opposite, but they could help each other grow in one area. But people who are communicate like you do, and not only that, people who are as committed as you are to the business. They've taken quitting off the table. That's the second one. They're as committed to you. Let's back up. Number 1 is they communicate the same as you. They're on the same page as you. 2, they are as committed as you are. 3, quitting is not an option. They've completely taken that off the table. 4, they have similar goals as you do. They want to achieve the same thing. I've had some people I've talked to where I thought that we were wanting to achieve the same things, like the same goals in our company, whereas I thought that, but they were kind of also working on this other project that wasn't like number 1 focused of the business stuff. That's fine, to each its own, but you got to be on the same page. So similar goals that you're working for and towards, so that y'all can help each other get there. Number 5 is to have a positive mindset. You do not want a success partner who has a negative mindset. Now, every once in a while, when you're going through a lull, a down period, yes, absolutely, it's going to happen, and you're going to have to pick each other up. But when you're constantly having to convince the other person to stay or to keep fighting, and change their positivity around, because every time they get off the phone with you, they talk to someone else who then gets their spirits down, but they're only positive after they get off the phone with you. It's exhausting for you. So you don't want someone that you constantly have to pull up into the positive mindset. They need to have that for the most part on their own, and every once in a while, y'all take turns, tag team each other on pulling each other up into positivity land. But if it's a constant thing, it's not a good fit. Trust me, I've done it, and it just pulls you down, and you kind of can have that foresight that they're not going to be around for long because of the way they're talking, and it just, their phrases, their words, their attitude, and how they're thinking kind of gives that away and gives you clues to that. So positive mindset is so important. And that goes back to taking quitting off the table. Like, quitting is not an option. Restructuring your goals, okay, but quitting, absolutely not an option. So there's a question as to, should this be someone does it have to be someone in your team, in your company? I don't think it does. Does it have to be someone even in your company? I don't think it does. I do recommend that it not be someone in your downline, because I've had this before, and I felt like whenever I encouraged and pushed as a business partner, and this may not be the way they thought at all, this was all on me and my perspective, I felt as though when I pushed and encouraged, I thought that maybe they were thinking that I was pushing and encouraging because it benefited me, since they were in my downline and I was above them, whenever that was not my main focus. It was, let's do this thing together. We're success partners. We're gonna conquer the world together. That's what my mindset was. But every once in a while, just when there was a low lull and I had to pick up spirits, and I thought, maybe they're just thinking I'm picking them up because they're in my downline, and that's the only reason why I want them to succeed at this. And yes, I want them to succeed, but I was also looking at it as a partnership and not I'm your upline. So I will never, ever again be success partners with someone who is below me. Anyone above me will most likely be just my mentor, if they've gone on and had success where I'm walking to and wanting to travel that same road. But downline, I will refer them to someone else. And that brings me to the next one is, don't pick success partners for like your downline or for some, don't match up people. I mean, if you think that, wow, these two people would be like an awesome pair, that's different. But whenever, okay, you're coming in and you're coming in, y'all are going to go together. I have been paired up with people and it just never works out unless you find each other. When you find each other, it goes well, it flows better, it works better. But I've been paired up where we just are not on the same page. We're not even in the same stage of life, and it just didn't work out well. So being matched up several times before with a success partner by higher mentors, it didn't mesh well. Maybe that works for other people. For me, it didn't. I needed to find my own success partner where we gravitated to each other. We had same similarities, likes, goals, mindset, and all of that. But we weren't paired together because, like I said, when that's happened to me before, it never lasted, especially if we were in different spots in the company, different spots in what we knew about the company, or if our stages of life were so completely different. They did not understand that I was a mom of 3 and my life is much more hectic than maybe someone who was single and not at all, because I was paired up with someone who not at all had kids or understood that life. Can it happen? Absolutely, sure, it can still happen, but it just made it harder for us, especially whenever, if I'm talking to another mom and I'm like, I gotta reschedule because XYZ with the kids, they get that. Other people who don't live that same life may not get it, and they may get frustrated with you easier. So all that to say, find someone who is, you find someone, and don't necessarily be asked to be matched up with someone. But again, if you see two people who are like, they would go well together, that's happened before, and that's a great thing when you really can see it. And this is the last tip. It's when you find someone that you would like to try to work it out, because I've scouted out before. When I didn't have one that I was constantly talking to, I would scout out people. I'm like, this girl, I could see that. I could see that working out. And then I would watch for a little while longer. I'm like, no, I'm so glad I didn't ask, because this, that, and the other happened. And I'm like, that maybe not be a good fit for me. I'm so glad that I just kind of sat back and watched first. But if you go ahead and take that step and from the beginning announce, okay, let's try this success partner thing, but let's only try it for 6 weeks. If we still like it and want to continue, let's move it on further out into the calendar. And if not, we can just learn from each other in the 6 weeks and be done with it. That's a great way to do it. Just do a trial run to see if you mesh or not. So that's what I would do. That's what I would look for. That's what I will look for. And I have a couple that I keep in contact with, some more than others for my accountability success, for questions, for pick-me-ups, or what have you. But someone who will meet with you consistently on a regular basis to help go over your goals, your tasks, keep you accountable, pick you up when you need it, and help you get to your goals, and you help them do the same thing. So that's my take on why it's so important to have a success partner, accountability partner in your network marketing business, or in life in general, anything that you're trying to achieve. So that is that. Let me know below if that was helpful to you. If you are searching out or you feel like you're lonely in this business, seek out someone to be accountable with, whether in your team or in outside of your company, or outside of your team, but in your company. And that is, to know the company is pretty good. You know, if y'all are familiar with the rankings and how to push each other, it's probably best that it's in the company. But I think you can have success partners that are outside the company too, to kind of push you in different ways, you know, especially if you're learning attraction and curiosity marketing, but maybe there's not someone in your company doing the exact same thing that you can be held accountable with. It might be a good idea to seek out someone who is doing that, and maybe they're not in your company. So anyway, if this is helpful to you, sharing is caring. So go ahead and hit that share button and share it with someone who may need this if you know they're looking for an accountability partner, or you just thought there was some good tips here. And if you did, I would love for you also to post below so I can see what your tips are, if I missed one or any, or if you have some good advice, because I'm sure you do. And that's it. If you want more training on attraction marketing and curiosity marketing, I have a free branding and attraction marketing bootcamp over on my blog. So if you're interested in that at all, it's completely free. It's actually 2-in-1 boot camps. One, I'm literally uploading the branding bootcamp as we speak, as fast as I can up into that members area, so that I can just give y'all some goodies that I've learned along the way. And the second bootcamp is attraction marketing formula, and that is taught by a mentor of mine that I'm just shifting your way because it was eye-opening for me, and I think that you'll really enjoy both of them because they're both different, but very, very, very good. So go over to lindseyollie.com, catch that, sign up for that boot camp, and you'll see it right there in the front, and that's it. So I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye, y'all.